It's just like the Washington Monument. It's like we're at home.
Whoa! What's happening?
Hi, this is Shri and Shad, and we are on a Shrad venture. We recently started sharing all of our budget travels and adventures on YouTube. To help us in our adventures, please subscribe to our channel and let us know what you think.
Budget options to get to New York. Bus, that was what we came up with. $46.99 per person. Hello! The bus dropped us off near Hudson Yards, and it was about a 10-minute walk to Times Square, so even though it wasn't our original plan, we pretty much felt like we had to head there. We're glad we did.
How do you like Times Square?
I like it quite a bit.
On our first actual day in New York, we wanted to see Manhattan and everything it offers. To do that, we had to catch a ferry. Nandita, one of my closest friends, joined us for this trip, and she's a very special person. Here is a clue why, and I'm gonna link an article below if you wanna know all about her cool ventures. And here's our friend John, with whom we stayed during this trip.
According to Nandita, this is where Kalhona Ho was shot. Yes, this is where Kalhona Ho started. The song was shot, where Shah Rukh Khan does his iconic pose, Kalhona Ho.
Our first ever ferry ride in New York, the East River Ferry. From East 34th Street to Pier 11. We're getting ready to get on another ferry. So excited.
John, where are we going next?
Taking maybe a 10 minutes walk to the Staten Island ferry.
Who ever done this ferry ride?
I have not.
Oh, this is new for you too!
I've done the one we just finished, but not the one we're going to.
Yay! It's new for all four of us. I'm so excited. Also, we are staying over at John's place, and he cooked the most amazing dish today in the morning. And John, what was the name of the dish again?
Shock Plav.
Excited about the Statue of Liberty?
Yes, I am. It's going to be resplendent, and this is, like I've only read about it in my school textbooks, and that was my only way I got introduced to this, and I can't believe I'm actually going to see this in person.
Yay!
I'm excited.
Excited!
So apparently there are two ferries which ply from here. One takes you to Ellis Island, one to Staten Island, which basically just shows you, goes via a way which shows you the Statue of Liberty. One is free, that's Staten Island. And when you come into the Staten Island ferry,
Go straight up the staircase, and then do not try to find a seat.
Go find yourself
Take a
one of those
right.
fences on the right and stay there. Mark your spot. Spread your arms wide until your fellow travelers get there with you, and then you all bunch up next to each other there, because everyone else is going to bunch up there when you go past the Statue of Liberty. So don't take a seat.
now heading back to Manhattan again with the free ferry. This time, we'll be on the left side, looking for a spot.
On the way back to Manhattan Island, we didn't have an open-air ferry, so we had to look through the windows at the Statue of Liberty. It just wasn't as magical, but was also warmer.
Next, we headed towards Manhattan proper.
Only about a 5 minutes walk from the Staten Island ferry area is the Wall Street Bull. Can you see the bull? Spot the bull? Apparently you're supposed to go in rob the nether regions. Everyone does that. Do not know why. Such a pretty building. The New York Stock Exchange. So apparently, the little girl who was in front of the bull at one point of time, unfortunately, is turning
Girl
into
throwing a tantrum.
New York Stock Exchange. Oh,
That's the one that used to be in front of the
Markers for ticker tape parades, and it keeps going up the road for blocks and blocks.
yeah, it's a
Pretty
very
cool.
famous church, but we do not know why. This is why it's famous.
This is, I think, Zuccotti Park. This is where Occupy Wall Street was headquartered.
Oh.
Fun fact that I didn't know, the World Trade Center, or Freedom Plaza, it's not just one singular giant building that's the World Trade Center. It's a bunch of World Trade Centers. That's why there's the Oculus and this other building and this other building, and then one World Trade Center.
We are at the Oculus.
Hello. Do you know why there is a, like, the elephant and the hare sitting there?
It is art.
It is art. Okay, cool. What's up with these random animal stuff?
Yeah, what is the significance of all these?
I have no idea.
And there's the explanation. That's what the art is.
Seems like everything in this area is pretty walkable. So this just is a good itinerary. Starting with the Statue of Liberty, then coming to the Wall Street area, then to the Freedom Tower, and now the reflecting pool.
Apparently, this reflecting pool, this giant hole, first larger hole, is the exact dimensions of the tower itself. So there's two of them, and they each are the exact dimensions of the tower themselves. The meaning behind the endless pit at the bottom, we're not exactly sure, but it's apparently designed to look endless.
Freedom Tower.
Next, we headed towards Brooklyn Bridge. Our good friend John left us to be on our own so he could go back and get some work done, and he also warned us Brooklyn Bridge would be the busiest part of our entire tour, which I was skeptical of, and wrong about. Pro tip, show up right before sunset. We felt like we lucked out and that we had perfect time.
Second day out in New York, our day begins with bagels.
Alright, so mine is bagel with lox. We do not know what bagel or what lox it is. It is pickled herring.
Opening. Ooh, yeah.
Hamantaschen.
Hamantaschen? Alright, perfect.
I love the places that are no-nonsense busy. I love
This
the
is
places
good.
that don't like people like me.
The bagel with lox is a lot more expensive than normal bagels, but it's so worth it. It's so good. The pickled herring is a lot more fishy than bagel and lox. It's not bad. It's not what I expected. It's okay.
Honestly, I ordered the pickled herring because I couldn't decide what I wanted, and I thought it seemed interesting, weird, and maybe gross, but like someone's ordering it.
It's got more of a sweet taste than I expected.
It was good. Folks, try the pickled herring bagel. It was flippin' good.
That's pretty good.
I disagree. Vote for lox.
We loved using the City Bike program in New York. Fast, convenient, everywhere, relatively cheap. Did I say fast? And we used the City Bikes to go to the High Line. The High Line was pretty cool. It's a park built on an old, decommissioned, elevated rail line. And it's got a bunch of natural plants and, pretty organic junk, but just cool to be walking along above the street, seeing little pieces of rail everywhere.
This is like repurposed these things. That's so cool.
Two-thirds of the way through, it apparently ends in front of that toll booth. Apparently, this building rolls. You can see there is this wheel which goes forward, but John has never seen it in any other position. swing station apparently act records from here as well.
So I had come to New York quite a few years back. A fun new development, you no longer need tickets. Just tap your credit card and that is it.
And we checked our credit card bill. Looks like we got charged $2.90 for each tap we made.
We took a direct metro from High Line to Central Park. Situated in the heart of Manhattan, it was beautiful.
Central Park, also pretty cool. Also highly recommend. Didn't feel as crazy dangerous as is portrayed in all of the old movies and shows. Maybe times have changed. Maybe we went there in the daytime.
We saw people selling mangoes and fresh fruits everywhere, so we had to try it out. We also tried their sauce, it was delicious.
In the middle there is a carousel. One ride is $3.50. Not bad.
Just like the Washington Monument. It's like we're at home.
Whoa! Looks like the Washington Monument, but this is called Cleopatra's Needle. Oh.
We had loved Times Square so much we figured we had to come back. Shop for overpriced M&Ms. And not buying the overpriced M&Ms.
Alright, so we're almost done with our New York trip. It was pretty wonderful. Our last stop is a dollar pizza.
99 cents. But we've been told that it's going to be $1.50,
So,
which is okay. Inflation happens.
yeah,
Progress
we
happens.
completely understand that. Yeah, so we just want to see what a 99-cent pizza tastes like. Is it good? Is it horrible? Well, you'll see.
Tiny.
Day 2, approximate map of where we went, but I didn't always start and stop my Strava at the right time, so meh. Overall impressions, this Shradventure to New York, pretty dadgum successful. My first ever visit to New York, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. You always hear people say they love it or they hate it. I think I loved it. Shri and Chad on another Shradventure, signing off.